What's up, guys? Well, we're not wasting any time getting to work on the GSXR 750. Still waiting on the tires and a rear sprocket to make it to the party, but clearly we got some projects going on here. So I want to bring you guys up to speed as far as what we're up to working on the bike and a little bit of an onboarding process that I've got going on with any motorcycle that I bring home. So let's dive into it. Okay, guys, starting at the back of the bike, already have the rear fender off, getting it ready for the New Rage tail tidy. Moving forward, just in case you're wondering or ever need to know, that is where your blinker relay is located on an 11 and up GSXR 750 or 600. It's this big rectangle looking thing. It's a 7-pin. I do have a relay specific to LEDs coming for this bike to keep that flash rate down. Getting a ton of cleaning done. This bike was dusty when I got it. So getting her all cleaned up. Up front over here, we're going to be removing the stock mirrors with the integrated turn signals and installing some mirror block-offs with integrated turn signals that are LEDs. That's the reason for that new flasher relay. But to do that, I am soon to be removing the cluster, the windscreen, all that so I can get to the wiring for these things. And that'll be coming soon. Of course, the aforementioned tires, set of Bridgestone S22s are on the way, as well as an ultralight rear sprocket in the stock size of 45 teeth. Other stuff I've been doing up front, I have set the shift light RPM to about 12,500 RPM because this bike's still stock. Got the clock all set up, getting this bike all ready to go for when all the rest of these parts show up. It will be set and ready to go, but I do want to bring you guys along for a bit of that onboarding process that I was talking about. So let me elaborate on that for you guys. So first things first, any bike that I bring on board gets an oil change. This is just ingrained in me to do. New filter, new crush washer, and full synthetic oil. This bike's got a little over 1,500 miles on it. So yeah, it's time to swap everything over to the good stuff so that she is running really nice for a very long time. That'll be the oil that I use moving forward, either the Motul 7100 or the XStar 9000 full synthetic. And here you go, guys. Go ahead. Let's all say it at the same time. Nerd! Okay, yes, I am the guy that will take his owner's manual, go through this thing. I'll mark pages of areas that I know that I'm going to have to reference for maintenance items, things like that. Yes, I do go through and highlight the book as well. Again, just a really quick reference guide. If you were to flip through this, you'd see a bunch of that in there. I do go through my owner's manual just to make sure that I've got a strong understanding of some of the various nuances with any motorcycle that I'm working with. Now, in this case, what I'm on about is suspension settings. And what I was doing is I will always check the suspension settings when I bring a bike home. It doesn't matter if it's new, if it's a pre-owned bike, either way, I'm always gonna get a baseline. Now you have settings, and that's what is highlighted on this page, for what your base settings are for these bikes. Now, every one of them is gonna be different. All the suspension settings are always gonna be different bike to bike, but they always come with a starting place for you to start adjusting. So what I do is I will go through, I get my notepad, and I will mark down what the factory settings are supposed to be. Then what I will do is I will measure all of the settings by going through the motions that the owner's manual says. In other words, turn this thing all the way clockwise or turn it all the way counterclockwise and then turn it the other way so many turns. Each one could be a little bit different. So what I will do is I will go through that procedure. Any inconsistencies I will mark down, like in this case, left fork was a little bit different than the right fork with rebound. Compression, you see how it goes down the list, right? And then I will go back and I will set it to either factory, which is, in this case, 4 turns. So that's what we set them up to, made them even. Same here, 5.5. And in this case, I put a little bit more preload into the forks. But then again, preload's a little bit different. I'll also, speaking of preload, I'll do a full range check on the preload to know how many turns I am from fully stiff or fully soft once I get this thing sorted out. So from the factory, it's set up to only 4 turns in from fully soft and you've got 16 full turns from fully soft to fully stiff. Does that make sense? So what I try to do is, as I'm setting the bike up, if I need to make adjustments, I want to know where I sit. Fun fact, the last GSXR 750 I had, I didn't touch anything and it ran great. But I do that up front, then I also do it again out back, and out back everything was right in factory spec. So there you go, guys. Getting her all set up, getting her ready, getting her looking good. Can't wait for the mod list to just keep growing. Here soon enough, we're gonna have that full M4 Tech 1 carbon on this bike. We'll have this thing tuned. She is gonna be a ripper. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a ball with it, just riding it around stock. This thing is strong. Loving spending time with this bike. Once we get the tires on this thing, gosh, she's gonna be ready to rip. Can't wait to bring you guys some content. And then you guys are gonna be along for the ride with me as we get this thing set up nicely. But with that, guys, I gotta wrap it up. Listen, if you made it this far into the video, consider smashing that subscribe button, ring that bell. It helps out the channel way more than you know. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.